This is Giant Trader. It is Thursday morning, so we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now, remember, on natural gas, 10:30, the EAIA report will be out, and we'll see if there's a draw, if there's a build, if it moves old natty gas or not. Okay, let's get going. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have the old crude oil daily chart. Now, okay, we had, look how many nice days of run up, nice and green, okay? But we're pulling away from that 8 simple moving average. So a lot of times it wants to come down a little bit. Now, yesterday we ended there, but it was what they call an indecision candle, okay? It wasn't like this. This was full decision that's going higher, okay? Full decision, she's going higher. Same way with all this. But when you get a candle like this, you don't really know. It's pretty much like what you got going on here, okay? So let's just look at the upside first. So what we want to watch is right now we're sitting here at 85.41. Okay, so we right here, this level here is what we got here. Oh yeah, 85.50. Okay, and then yesterday's high was 86.20. Okay, so I've been pointing out this level here. Okay, right there. Okay, so you're looking at that 85.90. I said, let's just call it $86. So it got up to 86.20, so you're within 30 cents of the target. Okay, so just overshot it just a little bit. Now, again, if it keeps right on running, we can follow these candles up here. Okay, so you have 87.75. You have 88.57 here. We have 89.54. But this is your big target that we're looking for. This is that 89.85. Let's just call that $90. Okay, so we're looking here at the 86 level. You're looking at the $90. And then if we can get up higher than that, there's a lot of good areas up here. This is the candle that we'd be looking for next. This was your breakout candle. This was that 92.43. And then we could just follow the candles, but realistically, 95.03, that is your target. So we just take these layers going all the way across, and now that becomes your resistance level, okay? Now, we just have to see. So for right now, so far, it's an inside day. And basically, inside days, your high and low is within inside of the high and low of the previous day. That's all that means, okay? Same way with the simple moving average. That's just an average over an 8-day period, okay? So let's just look at here at the downside. So we want to watch yesterday's low. That's sitting at 84.85 level, okay? That's going to be very, very key. And then what we can do, we can look to the top of this candle. You're looking at 84.49. We have 83.85. And then here's your key, which is going to be your 83.57 here on your 8 simple moving average. Okay, so that's what we have here, like on the downside area. Now, again, let me big this up here so you can see here. So basically, just look at yesterday's low, yesterday's high, and yesterday's close. That's where we're on. So I say you can see where it's this an inside day. And if I say if that is lost here, that 84.85, then we'll come right here to this 84.49 level here. So, okay, so that's what you want to do, is look right there, and then we can just follow this candle here down, and then down to your 8 SMA. Now, again, a lot of times it can go lower like we have here. So what you want to do is you want to watch the top of this candle. This was that Friday's high. That was at 83.21. And then obviously this candle here, this is that 83.12 coming right across. And then again, if that's all lost, we just follow the candles down. You have 82.60 here. And then we can come here. You have 81.22. We have 81.52. But this is what you're looking for right here. This 81.46 here. So you can follow the candles down, but realistically, once you start losing like the 8 SMA, then your next big target is going to be right for your 21-day. If that's lost, if we can follow the candles up, but your next big target is going to be that 200-day, and then you have your 50-day sitting right there. But this is still a very, very bullish pattern. Look at how nice that's on the upswing. See all this? And now your 50 days about to close your above your 200 days. So any kind of a pullback would be a buying opportunity. So if it comes all the way down here to this 8 SMA here, this would be a really, really good buying opportunity here. But again, we got to see how it goes. It could just, blast right up here. So watch yesterday's high, that 86.20, because once you start creeping above that, then we can start going to these levels here and then look for your big target, which is basically your $90 area. Okay, so a lot of times when you look at these top of these candlesticks, where like you had 85.90 and we had that 86.20 within 30 cents, this is where you always want to go take your target, because if you look at yesterday's candle, okay, you got that, but where did it close? See, yeah, it closed at 85.65, which was actually below this 85.90 level. Okay, so sometimes it can pop right on up here like all the rest of these candles, but the key is going to be the close. That is the key. Now, your RSI here, well, you're over that 70, so that's kind of like an overbought territory. We got to see if it's going to curl down. But a lot of times that can hold that all the way through. All it is showing how strong, relative strength is what's going on here. Okay, so always remember that. Now, there's no divergence here at all. This was a low. This was a high. And this was a high, and then we even had a higher high, and we had a higher high. So there's no divergence, like a negative divergence going on here or anything. So this is still a very, very good looking chart. Your MACD, your green is over your red. That shows that you got positive upside momentum. When it comes down here below, the green goes below, then obviously you got momentum, but it's down to the downside here. Okay, like we had here. And then once that price gets below that 8 SMA here, well, you can see what happens. Okay, it just wants to take it all the way down until you can get above like we have here. Now, again, we just want to watch, I say, yesterday's high and low. Then we can see exactly where this is going to go. But if on the downside, this 50-day here looking really good, I say if that's lost, just look here. Always look to the left of your chart. That 83.12, this 83.21 is going to become really nice support. If that's lost, you're going to go right to this 21 SMA here. Because you can see here, even as you lost your 8 simple moving average, look where it goes right to your next level. See, your 21-day is holding it very, very nicely. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. All right, your monthly chart here looking very, very good. You can see this nice W pattern. See how it comes down, up, down pattern, and eventually she rocks right on up here. And that's what you're going to be looking for, is that 95.03, that 95 level. That's what you're going to be looking for here eventually. But again, it doesn't have to go run all the way up. What I do like about it is look at this MACD here. See, where it went up there and then it came down. But now look where, if we can cross above that green, cross above that red, then you're looking very, very bullish. RSI, plenty of room to run here. And when we look at it, how many weeks we had a nice green candle, monthly green candles here going on, and you're above your 8 SMA and you're above your 21-day, looking very, very bullish chart. In kind of a pullback here, I think it's just a buying opportunity here going into the summer driving. Now, when we look at this weekly chart here, this I'm saying, you can see where these simple moving averages, especially when you start getting to these 200-day and the 50-day, they're very, very strong. You can see how many times that it's held it. So you could have made the trades and say, well, okay, for the week here, I already pretty much know it's going to hold that 200 SMA here, so I can trade right against that. Okay, so that's what you always want to do, is anything that can give you an advantage. Now, look at here. I was always pointing out this key 100 SMA here, 82.85. You really have to close this. You have 2 days. You have today and tomorrow. You really want to close it above this key 100 SMA here, and just keep letting this 8 simple moving average just keep right on moving up. Now you can see the 8 days above your 21-day, your 50-day. That's so very bullish. It's same way with your 21-day. See how it's rolling up here? Now, weekly charts take a little bit longer, but again, when it starts moving up here, and if you can cross above that 21-day, you're going to send it right up to these levels here, okay, all the way and up. And then this is what you're looking for, is that big 95.03. Now, that's going to be terrible for people who are driving, because gasoline is going to rocket higher, However, if you're a trader, you got to make the money as it's going up, or if it's like this here, where the money, where this sold off is going on, you got to make the money going down. Okay, so that's why you have to trade. You have no opinions, no feelings. You know what I'm saying? And leave everything at the door and just try to make money off the stock. That's how you trade. Now, RSI here looking very, really good, and your MACD green above your red looking very, very bullish. Now, as long as it holds this key 100 SMA, you're looking very good. Let this 8 SMA catch up, okay, and blast over there. So even if it pulls down and you hold this there, if it came all the way down to this 8 SMA here, say it just sold right off, okay, this is still be a very, very bullish chart here. So you just got to see how it all shakes out. There's 2 days left in the week here. Okay, let's take a look here at the old natty gas. Okay, here we have your hourly and your 4 hour chart. Now you can see here a nice series, which I always like, a series of higher lows. See how nice this is all the way through? So even if this pulls all the way back here to this 100 SMA here at 1.80, you're still very, very bullish because you now saw that nice series of higher highs. Looking very good. Now it just needs to reverse. You have to get right back up to where we were yesterday at that 1.906. But when we look at the daily chart, I'm going to show you that 50 SMA here, how much ass that thing really does kick. Okay, so this chart here is still looking very, very good. You always want that series of that higher lows. Now, again, if this comes down here and you start losing that, it comes all the way down here to this level here, well, then we got to reevaluate. But right now, that series is still very, very much intact here. We got to see how this all going to shake out. You're just going sideways action, just like we pretty much like what we have here. So we just have to get back above here, aim for that 1.87, and then aim for that 1.90. Now, here on the 4 hour chart here, this is looking pretty much the same thing. Okay, you're still on a very good upswing going on here. Okay, so see where your 50-day is on a rise, your 21-day, your 8-day is kind of rolling over. But again, if they can, this is that 4 hour chart, so that 8-day is going to move a lot quicker. If you can get back above that, then we can head right for that 1.9 area. But right now, this is looking very, very good. The key is the same like on your hourly chart here. You just don't want to start losing these levels here because you want that series of higher lows going all the way on up. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have your weekly chart. Now, very, very nice. Last Friday looks like that was the turn candle. So what we did here is this was rocketing up here. How many weeks? Okay, 1, 2, 3. It could not get through these simple moving averages. Like I pointed out, it's like that Coke machine. You're not going to get it right. You got to rock that bad boy before you can get it over. Now, Friday, she rocked it, and I think she got a little tipping point. She got right on over. So now you're above this 8 SMA here where it's came in down, and now it's starting to flatten out. But you need to hold this by Friday. That's the key. This is that 1.7. Well, let's just call it 1.72. That's what you really need to hold by Friday, and then that shows that bullish. Because then when you look at for the week here, see you have a high, then we have a higher high on a weekly basis, and then we'll have to see what next week is, where we can keep right on running up. And this is our target is going to be is that 2.0 level here. So we got to just be a little bit patient with this to see what's going to happen. So you're not really right into it right near here in the seasonality. But this is what I always want to show you, which I've been showing you here now for weeks, is look at this 50 SMA. See, I'd say when you have this, when it runs up, you're not going to get through. It's like a brick wall. Okay, so look at it, ran up, could not get through, could not get through. Yeah, it got through, but what did it close? Below the 50-day. So far, we're below that 50-day. So we got to see here if yesterday candle was a topping tail or not. Okay, so we got right through it, but you came and you closed back below. So that is going to be very, very crucial here. Okay, on the upside is this 50 SMA here. Now that is sitting at 1.859. This is what you have to do. Now again, as the day progresses, this 50 days coming down, but look at this 8-day coming up here. So you're going to pinch this one way or the other. Okay, this is either going to compress, you're either going to go shoot up, or this is going to shoot down. To me, I just think that this 50 days is going to come down and the price is going to go on up here. But again, you know, that not all what happens. So watch this key 50 SMA here. That's that 1.858. That's what's very, very crucial today. Now, again, if we can get above that, then we can come over here. You have your 1.88, and then we look at yesterday's high at 1.906. Now, again, if you can get above that, here's what you're going to be looking for. The first target is going to be this 1.985, okay, which is basically this 983. This is this candle right here, and then above that is that 2.0. That's what you're going to be looking for next. And then obviously this is the big target, that 2.168. There's your gap, okay? But right now, what you really have to worry about is this 50 SMA on the upside and yesterday's high. That's going to be key. You got to get above that 50-day and above yesterday's high. Then she can go up to the next target, 1.98, and then to that 2.0 area. Now, on the downside here, we're looking very, very good because look at this 8 SMA. See, as it rolled on up here, okay, it crossed up, and then once price gets above, then she runs up nicely. And then when it gets below, well, then it's, you know, it's good night. But look here. See this 8 SMA? Look how nice it's rolling up here. Now you crossed over that 21 day. So that 8 SMA is sitting at 1.78 and you're sitting at 1.75 there now. So very, very nice. But it's going to be a matter of time, and it's not going to be a long time before somebody's going to win out here. This 8 simple moving average or that 50 SMA here. But I really think what's going to happen is that even if it comes down lower, it's going to blast above this 200 day, get above there, then you can start working yourself right on up here because that 8 day will cross and pull it up. Now, again, if it doesn't and you lose this 8 SMA, well, then you watch right there for that 21 day at 1.754. That's going to be very, very key. And then we can just follow, if that's lost, we follow the candles. Right there, you have 1.70. We have 1.68. There's your gap, and then your fill here at 1.675. So gap and fill. But just watch these if that 8 SMA here and this key 21 day is lost here. Now, again, right below that is we do have this 8 simple moving average at basically 1.72. So always watch that too. Very, very key. Now, your RSI here looking very good. You're bullish here on your MACD. Green above the red shows good momentum. This here hasn't rolled up here yet, but, it sure here looks like it wants to. That 8 day, that green wants to go above that red. So got to be a little bit patient here today. The whole key to it is very, very simple here. Watch this 8 SMA or 50 SMA on the upside. Very, very critical. Watch this 8 SMA and this 21 SMA on the downside. If these are lost, she goes lower. Above that 50 day, she goes higher. Just that simple. Okay, I'll be back here midday trading, and we'll review natural gas and crude oil a little bit more in depth. All right, thanks for watching.